every tips I'm going to share with you in this video, it's going to definitely work for you. To an extent, I've worked on different kinds of hair, different kinds of textures to know what works and what doesn't work. Before I break the ice, let's go on a short break. I'll be right back. Welcome back to another wonderful segment, and today's topic is how to stop dandruff and a flaky scalp. There are a lot of things that could cause dandruff and also flaky scalp. Some of us have different kinds of routine, and this routines plays major role in the way our skin and our hair respond to us. Maybe you're the kind of person that loves to do extensions. Maybe you're the kind of person that loves to carry your own hair. I want you to grab your pen and your jotter because this video is value packed. The only way you can give back to this video is to subscribe, like, and also share to as many who needs to see this video. So let's dive right in. So the first on the list that could be the reason why your scalp is flaky or you have dandruff is because you don't wash your hair often. Yes, when you don't wash your hair often, your scalp is going to get dry, and those flakes you're seeing, they may be residues from previous moistures and also from dirt that your hair traps into your scalp daily. But most of the time, those flakes are dead skin. So because you don't wash your scalp often, you don't wash your hair often, your scalp is going to get dry and flake. So if you're the kind of person that has dry skin, it's going to definitely affect your scalp. Your scalp is going to get dry all of the time, especially when you don't wash. So one of the remedy to help your scalp continue to remain moist is when you wash your hair regularly. And I think apart from the fact that your scalp flakes, you have a dandruff, you should be washing your hair as regular as 1 to 2 weeks. Some people think that you have to wait a month, you have to wait 3 weeks, you have to wait 2 months before you wash your hair. But hygienically, it is not good. So you need to wash your hair often if you want your hair to do well, if you want your scalp to also do well, because the scalp itself produces its own moisture. Let me say it again. The scalp produces its own moisture, and that is from the sebaceous gland in our brain. So when you wash your hair often, the follicles are clear to produce new moisture, and when they produce new moisture, it helps to moisturize the scalp and also moisturizes your hair. But when you don't wash, your scalp gets blocked from all the residues, from all the dirt, and from maybe previous moisturizer that was applied to your scalp. So that is why it's very important that you wash your hair often so that your follicle can be open to produce new oil, new moisture into your hair from the scalp or from the sebaceous gland, however way you want to understand it. So like I said, first of all is making sure that you wash your hair often so that your scalp is moisturized enough to avoid dandruff and also flakes, especially when your scalp is dry. So the second on the list is you carry your extension for too long. If you're the kind of person that carries extension for more than 3 weeks, and I think from my own professional angle, I would say that the highest time to carry extension is 3 weeks, even though it's your own hair, because I know of some people that rather carry their hair to wearing extensions. Whatever you're wearing on your hair, whether it's extension, whether it's your own hair, they mustn't go past 2 to 3 weeks. And I think 3 weeks already is too long to have an extension in your hair without washing it. If you're going to carry an extension that is longer than 3 weeks, you should be cleaning your scalp or also washing. There are some people who washes. Some people prefer it cleaned. When you clean your scalp, it clarifies the scalp, it clarifies the follicle. It helps to free the scalp from residues that the hair has trapped from carrying that extension for too long, and your scalp will feel purified again. There's a specific time frame for every extensions. So let's say for instance you're wearing a cornrow or you're wearing a regular hairstyles, maybe a blow dry hairstyle or whatever. You shouldn't be carrying it longer than 2 weeks. Of course, if it's braid or sewing, I think even sewing shouldn't be more than 2 weeks. But if it's braid, the highest time frame should be 3 weeks. Longer than that, it's going to tangle your hair and it's going to probably damage your hair. So in order for you to avoid damages and your hair getting tangled, wash your hair or clean your scalp. When you wash your hair, you soften the roots and helps the hair to be free from getting tangled and also from breaking. So that's just the second advice I will give to you to avoid your scalp from dandruff. And I think I've actually tried it also, because I'm the kind of person that wears braid most of the time, right? I use spirit sometimes to clean my scalp and it actually works. I noticed that when I use spirit to clean my scalp for a longer time, I don't feel any itchy, I don't feel any discomfort when I do that. I've tried it and I can tell you that it actually works, not once, not twice. So for me, I think it's one of the options that I would advise that you go for. If you don't want to wash your hair, you can use that to clean your scalp, okay, to avoid your scalp from flaking and also from dandruff. So the third one is because you put too much product on your scalp. A lot of times, most of us don't know what to apply on our hair and on our scalp, and that's where the difference between a hairdresser and a client comes in. Because you have a little idea in hair does not mean that you will definitely know everything, except if you study. For me, I'm this kind of person that I like to find out everything on the internet, on Google. Let's say for instance I want to go to the pharmacy, I need to first of all find out about the products that I'm buying, the drugs that I'm buying. So if you're that kind of person, I think it's also good, but you can't know it all because you're not a hairdresser, and especially when you're not a professional. If you're dealing with a professional hairdressers, I advise that you take an advice from them on what product to use on your scalp and on your hair before applying it. Because a lot of us just buy products, because they are looking very beautiful on the stand, maybe doing sales, and you just feel that, yeah, I need to buy this and I think I like it, and you just start applying it on your scalp and on your hair. No, it doesn't work that way. Not all products can be applied to your hair and your scalp. So you need to know the difference between your scalp product in your hair product. The product that you're applying on your scalp cannot be used on your hair because your hair moisture is different from your scalp moisture. Hair moisture is more heavier than scalp moisture. If it is designed for hair, you can't put it on the scalp, because if you put it on the scalp, it's somehow going to clog the pores, clog your follicles, and when your follicles are blocked, they may not be able to breathe, and when they don't breathe, you start having dandruff because there is no hair coming in, and that can actually cause dandruff. That can make your scalp flake. So avoid using too much product on your hair, especially when you don't even know if they are for scalp or for your hair. Differentiate them, okay? The same way you have your skin product, you can't use your skin product on your hair, right? So if we have that common knowledge, then we should understand that you can't use a skin product on your scalp and you can use a skin product on your hair. There will always be a side effect to it. That is just the third reason why your scalp may be flaky or you may have dandruff. Don't apply too much product on your scalp. Like I said earlier, the scalp itself produces enough moisture to sustain the hair and to sustain the scalp. The sebaceous gland itself produces moisture, and that moisture is enough to feed your scalp and your hair. But when you don't wash your hair often, your scalp is going to be blocked, the follicle is going to be blocked, and your scalp will not be able to produce enough moisture to feed your hair and the scalp, and that is where you start looking for product to apply on your scalp. So in order to avoid that, 1, wash your hair regularly. 2, don't carry your hair for too long, whether it is extension or your own hair. Don't carry it for too long. And 3, don't overuse products. Don't use too much product on your hair. Don't use too much product on your scalp. So let's move on to the fourth one on the list, and I think I've just mentioned it. It's just the same thing that I've mentioned, apart from the fact that you're using too much product on the hair. Make sure that you're using the scalp moisturizer. Okay, a scalp moisturizer is different from hair moisturizer. You can't mix them both, you can't combine them both. No, you can't do like you want to just quickly go away, get away with some things. No, you can't get away with some things. There will always be a repercussion. Even though it's designed for your hair, it's mentioned that it's a hair glossifier. It looks like something that you can apply on your scalp. Maybe it's a Vaseline, like shea butter. We want to apply it on our scalp, and by doing that, we are actually blocking the follicle. We are blocking our scalp. So that is just it. Fifth one on the list, which is also the last one on the list, is avoid sweat on your scalp. Yeah, I understand that a lot of us work out, and maybe some of us, our work routine, our daily activities is something that makes us perspirate, that makes us sweat. So while you're sweating, while you're perspirating, it's going to definitely affect your scalp. But there are ways that you can stop it. So let's say, for instance, you're the kind of person that work out every now and then. I can't stop you from working out, right? But there are some things that you can do. One of it is, when you get home, make sure that you air dry your hair. I think we need to get to that point that every lady have a hair dryer at home, whether it's big or small, whether it's home use or industrial use. Have a hair dryer that you use to dry your hair. Because let's say, for instance, you're coming from the market and your scalp is so wet, so damp, with a lot of sweat in it. You can't go to bed like that. You can't just leave it. If you leave it, it's going to smell. And apart from smelling, it's going to block your scalp. And if it doesn't block your scalp, it's going to make your scalp flake. There's a lot that can happen when you leave a sweat on your scalp. One of the ways you can get rid of perspiration or sweat on your scalp is, when you get home from your workout, what you can do is hair dry your hair. Take it up and hair dry, right? And also, if you don't have a hair dryer at the moment, just stand in a very cool or dry place that you know that your hair can get dry as fast as possible. Maybe it's fan or maybe it's AC. Just make sure that you're standing in front of the AC, standing in front of the fan, so that you can get your hair dry. Another thing that I think you can do to prevent your scalp from sweat and also from perspiration while you work out or go about your daily chores, your daily activities, is by wrapping your hair. Okay, so this is a hair wrap. Well, how does this work? What you just need to do with this is take your hair up and wrap your hair with this. Imagine you have a braid. You can just use this to wrap that braid up, then tie it into a knot, okay? So that whenever you're sweating, the sweat, the perspiration is dripping down but not affecting the whole hair, okay? So it's only just affecting your scalp, and that is going to be even easier for you to dry, right? So I think we need to get to that point that we understand some little routines that can save us from some things that are not meant to happen. Dandruff is something that we don't want to do with. Nobody likes dandruff. Nobody likes flaky scalp, especially when your scalp flakes a lot. It's very, very embarrassing. Even if people are not saying it, for the fact that you have it, you may be self-aware and also be conscious of people noticing that you have dandruff on. So in order for you to be confident enough with your hair and your scalp, just try and do all those things that I've just mentioned. Try and work on them and you will see changes. If you want to get this, you can send a DM to my social media handles. There's a link down below in the description that you can also reach me. However way, and let me know. Of course, we'll take it from there. So I hope this video is helpful. Apart from our skin, apart from what we eat, our hair is also very, very important. I think I left out drinking water. You need to drink water. Water is very important. Hydrating your body, keep your body moist from time to time. So drinking water helps. At least 6 glasses of water, or is it 8 glasses of water a day, keeps the doctor away. Apart from you eating apple, water is also very, very important if you want to have a healthy lifestyle. So apart from the fact that it helps your body, it helps, your digestive system, it also helps to boost your sebaceous gland to produce more moisture. I hope this video helps, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not leave this channel without clicking on the subscription button. I will really appreciate it. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I hope this video was helpful. My name is Oluwatosin, and also don't forget to like this video and share to as many people who this video will be helpful to. Thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.